Frogs, nigga.
On my wrist is his frogs.
A little active background. Everything good, baby. How are you?
Everything is well, man. Everything is well. Good to see you again, man.
Likewise, homie. You know how it go. Likewise.
Yo, hey, man. This was a crazy year, man. 2018 was one of the craziest years in battle rap. Like, we was just talking about it. We like, yo, ARP had some of the biggest moments, period, in battle rap. Like, this year in 2018, just with some of the moves you made and some of the moves you're continuing to make. It's like you doing shit that motherfuckers didn't think, could happen right now. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, man. Thank you, man. I mean, 2018 is definitely, I think, gonna go down as one of the biggest and the best years in the culture.
I'm on the star run, I need a more cut. Big fall, yo, I'm getting pulled up. And shit can ball, young, winning balled up. The fiend cash was all balled up. They picked on us, we riched on them. See Poppy now with different kind of dog that they sick on us. Different dopes got them sick as fuck.
A lot of stuff. I'm just glad that RBE played a part in it. We had the return of Murder Mook after 4 years. You had the return of Jay Mills. You had King Los coming back. People forget Pearly Gates 2 was an all-judge card. That's the one that had Pat Stay versus A-Verb on it. I mean, just keeping the brand moving and working hard. You know what I'm saying? So it's all brick by brick. You know how we do.
Nah, real talk, man. ARP, yo.
Background.
Right now, I know you're having fun, man. Just seeing everything happening in the culture, and you started it off early with the Young Ill and Ill Will battle. You know what I'm saying? What was that like? You know what I'm saying? Just to, knowing that you had that in the deck, or was that something you just put together?
Nah, that wasn't really something that just, call Young Ill and lock this in. We've been talking to Young Ill for a few cards now. There was even a quick attempt to get him on the Rare Breeds card and maybe the card before. At one time, we was talking about his return versus a smaller opponent, maybe like a one-rounder. That didn't pan out. When Rare Breeds was possibly on pace to be a Midwest versus East Coast, that didn't pan out. And then the Rare Breeds card theme changed a little bit to a different style of a card. But we never forgot, that we wanted to bring Young Ill back. So when we started putting this card right here together, it was just that same thought, that same idea, like, yo, we still didn't get Young Ill back. He still hasn't returned back to the game. Get that man a call. So we got on the line, we chopped it up, and it's wild too. Shout out to him, because I see a lot of people, give mixed opinions about people that have been away and then they come back and they take killers. For example, like Jay Mills versus K-Shine. And now, Young Ill coming back and jumping right in the ring with a killer, Ill Will. He had no reservations. That man, his confidence is still on 10. He's just like, yo, let's go, let's rock. You know what I'm saying? So that was the first announcement. And it was great seeing the big reception for Young Ill, because do your homework if you're a new battle rap fan. He deserves it. So I can't wait to see what he's going to do February 16th. But we all know what Ill Will does, so it could be a classic. We're going to see.
Right there, Young Ill, man, how is it like, working with him? And, what I'm saying? Like, you've been bringing a lot of people to the RBE stage. A lot of them are debuting and making their first entrance. How is, like, that whole transition of bringing these new guys and things like that?
Easy. And it's easy for people that are good businessmen and about their shit. Battle rap is a business. You know what I'm saying? You hang around this game long enough, you will develop rapport and maybe some friendships here and there. But at the end of the day, business is in front of any type of relationships that you might have built. I obviously haven't had a relationship with Young Ill, so right now it's all business. Like, I know him and respect him. He knows RBE and respects RBE. We come to the table with good business, and everything moves forward. So when you're about your business, and you're a good businessman, like, that's what matters the most. And I like to remind the fans about how important that piece is, because You know, I could have somebody in battle rap that can claim to be like a good friend to RBE, but at the end of the day, I said this on your platform before when we was in Staten Island interviewing with Cortez, with me and Cortez. I said, you know, we was talking about the Rosenberg Raw situation. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Rosenberg Raw, by the way. Mm-hmm. You know, one thing that I said on your cameras, I said, yeah, it's all cool, and some of us is friends, and we help each other outside of battle rap, and we try to do small favors for each other. But at the end of the day, when we book these battles, RBE has to have everybody's deposit, and we got to have everybody's money on the back end. You know, I can't get to that venue and be like, oh, my bad, you know, but since you my man, nah, rent due, mortgage due, people got kids, bills, and all that shit. So I like to keep reminding people how much the business is important, and we've always been about good business. You've heard the battlers say that over the years. You've heard other league owners say that over the years. People know our reputation for good business, and that's what was key for Rare Breed Entertainment, the Young Ill. You know what I'm saying? So right now we have a good business situation, and I'd like to see us create, you know, good energy on February 16th and come back with another classic with him. So shout out to Young Ill. I might say Ill. I'm talking about Young Ill. But shout out to Young Ill because that process was the way it's supposed to be. Good business, straightforward. Let's get it done.
Yo, ARP was good.
Yo, what's good, homie? Wait. So now you coming outside again?
I'm always here. Usually I don't speak, but did you have any reservations with booking him after all the past issues Young Ill had?
Nah, and that's because if I got hung up or if RBE got hung up on those type of reservations, then that battle would never be booked in the first place. Like it just wouldn't go down, and then the game wouldn't get to hopefully experience Young Ill return to battle rap. You know, let's keep it real. People could have asked, they were asking us the same thing about Clean Paper versus Gems.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes battlers have reputations or they have situations that happen. I think it's on the battlers that may have had any type of situations that happened or reputations that they may have developed to either live up to those reputations or to downplay those reputations. And that's what comes with good business. You know what I'm saying? Right. On February 16th, if Young Ill is in that building making the whole crowd go crazy, nobody's gonna, you know, still be asking about, oh, this and that. You know, they're gonna say, you know what? At the end of the day, there was no personal, no bullshit, nothing between RBE and Young Ill. They got on the phone as men, as businessmen. They put something together, and the fans got something out of it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wins. That's what I always say about what's so beautiful in battle rap when everybody's on their job, is everybody could win. The fans, the media, the bloggers, everybody gets views, everybody gets paid. You know, everybody could win. So, nah, we didn't have any reservations with Young Ill. And not to mention that every conversation I have with him has been stand up. It's not, he don't come across like, you know, like he's bullshitting or like he's full of shit. You know, everything's been stand up. His trailer footage was sent the day after we signed the contracts. Like, and he even had more time. Like, it's real speedy process with him. You know, always checking in. You know, we text each other a lot. Hey, when we announce, when we doing this, I'm going to get back on my social media, start promoting, I'm going to do this. You might hit me up, yo, such and such, hit me for an interview. Just keep me up to date with like all the random stuff that's happening before and after we announced them. And people that aren't excited to get back in the ring and handle their business don't do all of that. You know what I'm saying? Yep. And Young Ill is very, very, you know, close to this process. And that says a lot about him as a businessman. So shout out to Young Ill.
You didn't have any reservations. Did he have any reservations coming back to the culture and coming back to battle rap?
Nah. And I think that's one of the reasons why he took Ill Will. I think somebody in Young Ill's shoes, if he had reservations, we would have been politicking a bunch of opponents. We would have been bouncing the business back and forth for like a week or two.
True.
You know, we put it together in like 3 to 4 days. You know, the first day, just about everything that was needed, like the main pieces of the situation was agreed upon. You know what I'm saying? And contracts go back and forth, a little negotiation here and there. And then by like day 3 or day 4, it was locked in. You know what I'm saying? It's a pretty fast process.
Okay.
You know, I'm pretty sure next time around, it'll take us 1 day because now we know each other a little bit. You know what I mean? So not even 1 day, like 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So, I didn't feel any reservations on Young Ill's side. That man was about his business, and even past that, he seems extremely excited to get back in the ring. So we're gonna see February 16th what they're gonna do, those two guys.
Nah, real talk, man. Real talk. Yeah, ARP, man, and you know, you followed up. You know what I'm saying? You dropped the Ill Will. You know what I'm saying? Calicoe battle. You know what I'm saying? In the parking lot, a whole different type of feel. A whole, you know what I mean? Even though it wasn't planned, but it happened.
Can we talk about on site, or am I taking you off track?
Nah. Nothing's off track. We chilling. You know what I'm saying? We here live with everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? We rocking, and everybody tuned in. They ready to hear what you gotta talk about, eh?
Appreciate it, man. And salute to everybody that tunes in. Shout out to all the supporters, all the subscribers, the entire battle rap community. Yeah, this happens to be playing behind me right now. The now classic Calicoe and Ill Will full release with all the edited camera angles is out now. Couldn't wait to drop this. It's been edited and ready to go for like 2 weeks, if not more, man. It's been like, even for me as a fan, like, fuck, you know, everything is timing. You know what I'm saying? There's so much going on within RBE. I could not wait to get this footage out. And now it's out. You know, people are seeing that, if, you know, what they heard from the people that saw it on the stream, like, yeah, it's a classic battle. I'm already getting that feedback. And it just dropped this morning. But, you know, we've been bubbling talk of the on-site series. And I definitely want to make sure that I speak to that a little bit, because so far the only promo or people hearing about that outside of like a few bloggers that might have hit me behind the scenes to get clarity or whatever was just on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? So let me be the first to really break it down, how this came about and what it means within RBE. So as we know now, Calicoe and Ill Will did not go down in the building at episode 5. Unfortunate timing situation. You know what happens. You know, we all took it on the chin. Everybody, you know, was responsible about it. And then, you know, we got to the street and we handled our business. You know what I'm saying? Now, the people that started seeing it on the stream and on VOD, they started saying, like, all the feedback was like, this battle was not supposed to happen in drama. You know, like, it was a blessing in disguise. Or RBE, give us more battles just like that. If not that location, how about this location? Or try this or try that. You know, and we listened to that. We listened to all that feedback. You know, as a company, when you got that much positive feedback about something and your fan base and your supporters asking for something, you know, sometimes it's in your best interest to deliver that. And the reason why it's like double-sided beneficial for RBE is because now what's going to happen is you're going to get on-site battles almost every event that we do. So right now we are promoting Pearly Gates 3, but you keep seeing me on social media saying on-site because on-site is going to go down as well. So the on-site battles, the way that the on-site battles is going to turn out is, starting off, they're going to be VOD only. So you're going to see us announce like 4 to 5 battles for Pearly Gates 3. They're going to be in Club Drum. You know what I'm saying? Get your tickets now. Get your stream now. Both are available from rarebreedent.com. And you're going to see your classic card for February 16th. Now, because the on-site battles are happening outside of Drum, and obviously we can't invite everybody that's got a ticket. We're not even going to try to sell tickets to on-site battles. You know, it's going to be maybe like a VIP invite exclusive only thing, or it could even be only the people that attend the press conference. We're still deciding on who we're going to let attend it. You know what I'm saying? We're going to figure that out or decide on that behind the scenes. But when Pearly Gates 3 goes down on February 16th, and y'all get to see those battles in the building, and y'all get to see those battles on the live stream, when the VOD goes up in a few hours, you will also get added to the VOD on-site battles. So not only are you going to get the Club Drum battles on your VOD, but you're also going to get an addition for the same price. We're going to add the on-site battles to the VOD for the fans as well. And even to give a little bit more detail to what the on-site battles are, the clearest cut, you know, definition would be battles outside of Drum. You know, that's the clearest definition that I could give. They're going to be battles outside of Drum. We're going to put certain battles on the Drum stage. And when we do the on-site battles and incorporate that into the whole roll-up of these events, it expands RBE's opportunities of how many battles and how many things we can do for the fans in that given event time. So instead of maybe you guys seeing 4 battles coming out of RBE that week, you might see 8 battles coming out of RBE that week. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you're gonna add it to the VOD. So and they're all gonna be promoted. You're gonna know what battles are on site. We're gonna explain everything. We're gonna promote them. You're gonna see your trailers. You're gonna see your announcements, just like every other battle. It's not like any other series that might be like unannounced or anything like that. Totally announced and promoted battles that are going to be separate from the drum battles, but will be included on the VOD as an added bonus for the fans. So that's what the on-site trip is. All right, Fox, everybody that's been asking questions, what's this on-site thing y'all mentioned? That's what it is.
Well, what kind of battles are we gonna get though? Like, is it gonna be like, could we get like a on-site hollow in math type battle? I know that's Pearly Gates now, but I mean, just like on that level, will we be able to get or is it? You know what I'm saying? Is it newer guys?
There's gonna be some. It's gonna be all levels on site. You might see a blood, sweat, and tears type of matchup on site. You might see some strong or solid up and comers on site. You might see some mid tiers, even though we don't even say tiers no more around here. Could be some mid tier matchups. It could be a huge matchup like Calicoe versus Ill Will. You know what I'm saying? Like, as we create each card, we're going to tactically select, what matchups are going to be in drum and what matchups are going to be on site for that weekend. And then by the time we get to the VOD, you guys will have everything. You know what I'm saying? But one thing that I want to make clear is we're going to let the fans know going in as they're purchasing their streams, as they're purchasing their tickets, as we're making these announcements, what battles are on site. You know what I'm saying? So you don't think that you're going to show up to drum and be like, oh, that battle that was promoted is not going down in the building. We're going to fully announce and promote which battles are on site and will not be on the drum stage. We're not going to leave no room for people to be confused or nothing like that. So we got y'all. But as we continue to do them, you're going to see a mix of everything. So we're going to tactically choose certain matchups that we say, you know what, we'd rather see that in the same place where Ill Will and Calicoe went down. Or we want to know what, that battle right there, we want to see that underneath the Brooklyn Bridge or some shit like that. Mm-hmm. That's what's going to happen as we create the on-site matchups.
Yo, with all of this too, so basically February 16th, we potentially could see an on-site battle. I mean,
there's already two locked in.
So you saying Math and Hollow could potentially be on site?
No, Math and Hollow will be going. Math, let's be clear, and that's why I said any battle that we announce this weekend, we're gonna say if it's on site. Let's make it clear. We haven't said that Math and Hollow was on site because they're going down in drum.
Okay.
Hollow the Don versus Math Hoffa is going down February 16th. Inside Club Drum. It's a Pearly Gates 3 battle, and that is the same for Young Ill versus Ill Will. It's going down inside Drum on February 16th. So if you got your tickets to see Pearly Gates 3, those 2 battles have been announced so far, and you're buying your ticket because you heard those announcements, you're going to see those. And that's another thing too. At the ticket site, it's going to list only the battles that are in Drum because you're purchasing a live battle ticket.
Okay.
So there's not going to be any confusion. When you go to our website and you click to buy a ticket, it's going to list the battles that you're going to see on February 16th if you're in Club Drum. So we got y'all.
Doing that, I mean, was there also like people that was mad that, Ill Will? Well, of course, there was people mad about Ill Will and Calicoe not going on at Drum, even though it turned out good and it created a whole different, energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, to the people, I guess, who felt like, yo, ARP, you robbed me of that battle and the drama. I wanted to see it that night, this, that, and the third. What do you say to them, I guess?
I said we appreciate everybody, hanging in there with us through the process because, RBE, I think, is one of the more tightest staffs with how we run things over the years. We got 5 years in, and you've never seen us miss a battle like that. You know what I'm saying? It happens on every platform. It has happened, big battles, and I'm not trying to pull other people in or whatever. It's happened. We've seen battles not go down in venues, time runs out, and then sometimes they turn out to be classics, outside. How do you think we got Sue Serve versus Conceited? You know what I'm saying? How do you think we got Sadie Rock versus Charlie Clips, the rematch? How do you think that we got now Calicoe versus Ill Will? These are huge battles that, you know, didn't happen in the venues for whatever reason. And then the platforms worked hard to still make sure that they captured the footage and got it out to the fans, however they got it out to the fans at that time. Being that battle rap now is in an era where, you know, live pay-per-view and VOD is very, very relevant, very strong now. Almost every card has pay-per-view and VOD now. You know, being that when that finally happened to us, and we missed a battle in the venue, we was able to put it on VOD, you know, the same day, the same night. You know what I'm saying? It went up like, you know, like maybe 8 hours later or something like that. So even another huge one, you know, I could say the reverse. Like, I remember I was on the stream, you know, when the first round, Arsenal versus Loaded Lux went out. You know what I'm saying? Like, remember that? Like Loaded Lux versus Arsenal is a huge battle, and as soon as the rapping started, the stream went out. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
I remember that. And the platform worked hard to make sure that they got the VOD up right away. I was one of those patient fans that spent whatever that card cost. Shout out to you, Dub. Shout out to Arsenal, L Wisdom, Ray Swag, everybody over there. I was one of those fans that didn't complain. You go on my Twitter, go through my history. I didn't complain, nothing like that. Not saying that I wasn't upset at the moment because I'm a fan, but I patiently waited. I knew that something happened that wasn't planned. And that money I spent, I got it right there, you know what I'm saying, at my same computer a few hours later when they uploaded the VOD. We just all got to go through these different situations and learn from them. You know, our situation wasn't like Arsenal and Loaded Lux where it was like a pay-per-view setup from what's been said publicly, a pay-per-view setup problem, you know what I'm saying, of like a wire or something like that. Like whoever did that pay-per-view, from what I think was said publicly, was like that was the situation. Or it wasn't like somebody was, you know, 5 hours late to the venue or whatever. You know, it was a combination of timing, you know, in the building in Drum for Calypso 5. We had less time in the venue than we normally book, and we also had a bunch of lateness. You know what I'm saying? That's why when I did an interview on 15 Minutes Fame about it, I said we're going to share the responsibility because we could have booked more time and was smart enough to do that, but we didn't. And on top of that, you know what I'm saying, there was a bunch of, not just one person, like there was a lot of lateness that kept pushing back the event longer than it should have been. You know what I'm saying? So we all learned from that situation, like even for Pearly Gates 3, that's coming up February 16th, you know, we got that venue booked to like late night, you know what I'm saying? And we still only going to do like 4 or 5 main battles in the building and then the one SK. We're going to have time to give back to Drum. They should fucking give us a refund for some of the time that I was going to probably give back to them, to be honest. But that's what I have to say to those fans. And you know, that same night, I've gotten tweets and comments on the channel where I see everybody saying thank you, man of his word, because we got in that email for everybody's emails that we had tracked on the Eventbrite, and we sent them all the private link and their private login and password to access Calicoe and Ill Will right on the spot. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we followed up like we said we was. We got everybody their footage right away. So we did everything that we could. We didn't slack, and I appreciate people understanding that.
Nah, real talk. I appreciate you putting that together, man. You know, you can't make everybody happy at the end of the day. Because, you know what I'm saying? There's a part of the game.
Nobody's perfect. Definitely not in battle rap. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's perfect. You know, we have a very, very strong track record across our 5-year average of all the battles that we put to the fans. You know, when we started out, we was doing 8, 9 battle cards, all 3 rounds. You know what I'm saying? In Drum. You know what I mean? Like, we've done some big cards. You know, I think we had a 10 battle card before. We've done 2-day events. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I think that was Look for Soul 2 and Blood, Sweat, and Tears 3. Also on Show Off on one main event and probably, what was that? Was that the Chilla and Danny on the second day? You know what I'm saying? Like 2-day events, you know, didn't skip a heartbeat. You know, so we got a great track record. You know, that one thing happened on Look for Soul 5. We're not trying to make no excuses from it. We learned from it. And we want to do everything to make sure that stuff like that never happens.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, the battle's out now. People can enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? Definitely get tuned in, man. ARP, we heard the rumors, you know what I'm saying? I seen Angry Fan do the, blog and all that, and I was like, yo, I had to reach out to see, you know what I mean, what that was about, because I'm like, yo, I never expected this battle to happen. I spoke to Mav, I spoke to Hollow. I never expected for this battle to really go down. And you actually, you know what I'm saying? To me, I'm like, nah, this ain't, you know what I mean? This can't be true, you know what I mean? But you actually got it to pop off.
Yeah. I saw that blog.
Why? Cause this the part where they hate. Back-to-back chips, Golden State. I'm still winning off the eights, not to be confused with the eighths. But you know that I'm a steamer. BBS rims on the Beamer. I'm in the hood chilling with the Phoenix. I'm Steph Curry, Bunch, Draymond Greener. Whoa.